这样其实看起来有点别扭。
Alright, hey guys, welcome back to another video. And in today's video, I'm going to be teaching you how to download an zip file. And then you saved it. You can do paste. I don't know what the default for that was. So we're just gonna, that still registers as the back button on the mouse for some reason. And it's the same with the back one, it registers as the front. I don't know if it's something with the, I can show you that. I guess, but do the, and here's the, I don't know what that completely is, but I think you can like make your own if you're like really smart, which I'm not. So I can't do that.
大概看懂了。哇，这样好麻烦哦。他那个用那个按键映射的那个插件，他要搭配一个设定档使用，然后那个设定档如果说你本身那个设定档里面没有你要的按键，你要自己新增，然后去找那个编码，然后把它打在里面，然后你有可能连它按键的那个什么，连它按键的那个图片你都要自己做。
做了啊。
没有，我用别人现成的啊，但是现成的里面没有数字键盘，所以就现在来讲 ，WASD 跟主键盘是全部都有，就很 well fuck。 presets。哎呦，这个是口流啊，まさか。来来来来来来来来，干干不是这个啦，干你！我要找别人有没有做好的啊？
这样就不用做了。
图片是有做好了，但是你按键你要自己弄出数字键呐、啊。
去拿 OSU 的来。
你有看到我目前开的实况吗
？YouTube 吗？
对，
我看一下。
我现在打字，它应该画面会显示出来，我按什么按键？
因为我没有看到你。我在点你。有
吗？
有啊，你下面键盘有显示啊。
有哈。
那个也太大格了，你整个键盘那个沙了。
我觉得应该把它移在操作这个位置，它可以挡住荣耀的那个对话窗。不是说有才讲说应该要把有用的按键挑出来，可是它其实没有那么聪明，你知道吗？它不是你自己按一按然后就可以处理好了。看别人怎么做。
Hello and welcome to the short tutorial on how to make a preset for my OBS plugin. So my plugin for OBS called Input Overlay allows you to show your keyboard input on screen, and by default I have a couple of presets that come with it. So if I'm going to open OBS right now and I'll show you one of the presets, you'll see that, for example, there's one for WASD, and let's add an input overlay. I already have one. Let's use this one, and let's use WASD minimal. So I'm gonna unpack that. And open a preset. So we have a texture and a config, and that's your overlay right now. And not everyone uses WASD. Some use, I don't know, Z, G, H, and J, or some use an AZERTY keyboard layout, and that's not included by default. So I'm going to show you how to make a different layout. So first for that, we're gonna take a look at this file. We have two files. We have a texture and we have an ini file. And these two tell my plugin how the overlay is going to look. We have all keys in the texture file here, and we have some information in the ini file. It looks pretty messy. It is actually pretty messy, but I'm going to try to walk you through all of these options. So if we take a look at the texture first, we have all keys in a certain order, and this order is then used in the plugin again, or in this config here. Okay, so now I'm in the project. That's how I made the layout, and there's not too much to it. We have the text here, which is written in the Big Noodle 2 oblique. That's the font name. It's from Overwatch, and that's how I made the keys. Other than that, we just have this basic shape here. Now this rounded square with round edges, and then I tilted it a little bit to the right, and that's all there is to it. So since I have the project here, I can just, for example, take away the text and can replace it with other keys. That's the first step, because we want to make the layout obviously show the right. But if these would be normal squares, you would want to have like 5 pixels space between each key, and also like 5 pixels space between each row. So that's depending on how your texture looks. Because they are tilted a little bit, I have a negative number here in the horizontal space. And then we go over to the texture with this, also self-explanatory, the amount of buttons per row in the texture file. So this is one row, and we have 9 buttons in this row. So if you would continue to do this, this texture would get pretty wide, and to prevent this from happening, you can put the other keys in the next row. So 9 keys in this row, and then the next keys are gonna be in the below in the next row. So for example, in the full QWERTY layout, which shows the entire keyboard, where is it?
这修多久啊？ The fucking hell！ Would you hurry up?骑去哪了？最近都没上，好久没被他刀割雷了。
Did it even unzip? Yeah, there it is. You can see I have a lot of rows, because if I would have put all of these keys into the same row, that texture would have gotten way too wide. Not really an issue, but it's a little bit easier to edit this way. So you can leave it at 9 in this case. If you have more keys in one row, like 10, you would put 10 here. And the plugin would take the textures for the first 10 keys in this row, and then it would start trying to get the keys in the next row. If that made sense, I hope. So if we... we can leave that. Then next up, vertical space. Also a little bit a tricky one. It's not really apparent what that one's for, but it's explained here. This is the space between this key, this top left corner, and this top left corner. Obviously, after the plugin is done reading in the keys in the top row, it'll need to jump to the next row. And this number here, vertical space, where is it? This one, just tells the plugin how much do I have to go to. That is just your texture. What's your first key? It's a T. Now we have a Y. Now we have a U. And now you see this, 0x10. That's because in the original layer, now we get a shift. And shift isn't a normal key, so we need to use a key code. So we search for shift here, and we see 0x10. 0x10. So in case you have a shift or a tab key, you'll need to, instead of writing shift or whatever, you'll have to put this key code here. And since we do not have in our layout, we have an F here, we just put an F. So write F, then a G, then an H, and then a J. No, a K, whoops. F, G, H. Why did I put a K there? That's not correct. Whatever, just leave it the way it is right now. We want a J here, so give me a second then. Okay, sorry, I am goofed there. It's supposed to be a J. And then a C. Next up, you have space, which should be correct. Let's look for space, 0x20. 0x20. And these others are unimportant to us, these three, because we don't have them in our texture. So let's count them through. That's 1 key, 2 key, 3 keys, 4 keys, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we can get rid of these. They are not needed for us, so just leave. You can leave them, but I'm gonna remove them. Because the layout will only, or the plugin will only read in the first 9 keys. And now to the layout itself. Key width and height, this is just a multiplier. We define our width at the top. So we have a width of 157. So a normal key would be 1 times 157. But space, for example, takes up 3 keys, so we say 3. So the layout now is, we have space now, we'll need to reserve 3 keys worth of space, so the next key is...
干妈的，这个设定真的超麻烦。我可以找别人来讲。等一下，要修3个小时，很好，我可以专心的来用我的按键。Wait a fucking minute.